Make way for Her Royal Highness of Ontier, Shaxi.
Her Royal Highness Ashaxi requests entry into Her Majesty's court.
Please sit with me, my sister.
Your Majesty, the Baron and Baroness of Laire request presence in your court.
Please.
All rise for their Excellencies Laire. Your Majesties, their Excellency of Blathanor request presence in your court.
It's my pleasure.
All rise for their Excellencies of Blathanor.
I'm loving your finish today. It's awesome.
I get to go. I will be going in Persia and Queen.
Excellent. Sorry, guys. I come. Please.
The Baron and Baroness of Aquaterra.
Lovely to see you.
Pleasure to see you as well.
You're wearing my favorite color, so please. So, we told them they can make themselves.
Their Majesties say, or Her Majesty gives you the right. It's been a long time. Your Majesties would like you all to make yourselves comfortable.
So that sort of transitions into something that I would just like to say real quick. It has been a long time, and we would really appreciate it if we gave each other grace. It's been a long time. People are going to make mistakes, and that's okay. And let's give each other grace to make mistakes. But so that's my little spiel on that. But I would love to thank their Excellencies Laire for having us out. This is going to be a great event. We had a great time last night at the vigils, and I'm just so happy to be here. And we have a lot of great things to do. But we're going to let their Excellencies Laire go first.
Here opens the court of Her Majesty Rifkin, Queen of Ontier.
I said my spiel, and now I'm going to toss it.
And by Her Majesty's command, here opens the court of their Excellencies Chloe and Arion, Baron and Baroness of Dragon's Lair.
That's where we are.
Jeez, I haven't done this in a long time.
Good morning. We're back. Super excited to be here. Thanks for coming out.
We're going to have a little war with our neighbor, Blathanor. It seems we have historical claim to the lands up to the bridge. We paid in chocolate chip cookies for them a long time ago. So we were going to settle this. She made the chocolate chip cookies.
No, I did not make all of them. I only helped, and I was a minor, so you cannot hold me liable.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll settle this on the field.
Her Majesty would like to sample the chocolate chip cookies.
They're really old.
Who's willing to go make a baking goods run, and we'll make some on site?
That was a joke.
So, welcome everyone. Have fun.
And I do believe that one of the members of Blathanor has triple chocolate.
Oh.
Some lemon crime cookies.
Their Excellencies call before them the event steward.
May I have your leave to address? Good gentles all. We have at this point no lost and found, thankfully. Yay. We have a little damp, but evidently it's supposed to get better. The weather gods are starting to smile in our favor at this point. Still stay hydrated if you are fighting. Stay dry where you can. And I wish you all an excellent event. I also have a couple of gifts for Her Majesty. The symbol of our event.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And for their excellencies, as do their court, being heavily Greek influenced. I will be available. Please seek me out for all day. You will obviously be able to find me.
Your helmet is beautiful.
3 cheers to the event steward. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Your Excellencies, Stephen the Sinister has a presentation.
Good morning, Your Majesty, Your Excellencies. Do I have your permission to address the populace?
In Dragon's Lair, one of the things that we had started is the Honored Marshal's staff. Ontier liked it so much they picked it up 15 years ago and ran with it as well. Your Excellency Connor, I do have an apology for you. This was supposed to have been given out in 2019. It was a busy year. I plumb forgot. My apologies. Marshalling, sometimes you don't see a lot of it. Mostly honor marshals are given for people who have had a lot going on, are seen. There are times when a marshal does not have that much going on, but they are still doing what they are doing. For that, I would like to present the honor marshal staff for Dragon's Lair to Baron Jacques de Normandy. You have had very little, unfortunately, going on with Rapier and Dragon's Lair, but you've been there for your practices. You were there to help Thorne weapons when we needed somebody for an additional person to put in scores. For you,
Very well. Thank you.
you're very
I recognize a lot of the names on this. And this goes back a long way. And people who aren't with us anymore are on here. Thank you. Welcome.
For the new Honored Marshal of Dragon's Lair. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Their Excellencies call forth His Lordship Owain Pengrith. Present yourself before their Excellencies. Beauty is brought forth in works of art and the sciences, inspiring many to deeds of great wonder. Works that can be held in the hand or voices raised in song are magic that shines with light. By their works, His Lordship Owain Pengrith is recognized with the Bumblebee of Dragon's Lair.
Chloe Baroness.
Say we Arion Baron. So here is your scroll made by James Conklin. And your art speaks for itself.
It's beautiful, and we'll all get to see more of it inside the Arts and Sciences book.
So this is an award for art. He does multiple different fields. There's a siege engine inside, Roman style siege engine. He obviously has thought about his art just a little bit.
Just a little.
Thank you, my friend.
For the newest Bumblebee of Dragon's Lair, a joyous noise! suspends the court of their excellencies, Chloe and Arion, Baron and Baroness of Dragon's Lair.
Thus resumes the court of Her Majesty Antir. In the time of the principality... Arontius of Bygelswade, present yourself before Her Majesty.
Arontius.
Forgive me if I stand.
You may stand. Let's put you right there though, so that the camera can see you. Arontius, His Majesty and I are so thankful for you. And one of the coolest things that our head of retinue did when she came on board was look through the order of precedence to see what our people had and didn't have. And to my shock, you did not have a Jambe. This man writes the most amazing sonnets. He plays the gem's horn. He does a lot of experimental archaeology, and your art deserves to be recognized.
Let it be proclaimed to all the known world that we, Sven, king by right of arms, and Rifkin by inspiration and grace, queen, well pleased with the efforts and skills in the arts and sciences of our subject, Arontius, do here admit them into the right honorable order of the Jambe de Leon, and also give unto them the right to wear upon their person a symbol of the order.
You can't leave.
In the time of the Principality of Antir, it was determined that a subject who rendered an outstanding service to Antir was worthy of reward, and so was established the throne's favor. When Antir became a kingdom, this tradition was deemed worthy and has continued to this day. Today, their majesties wish to recognize a significant contribution to the kingdom with the throne's favor. Accordingly, presented to Arontius of Bygelswade.
These are our throne's favors for this reign. I made most of this one myself with the help of Countess Ariana. Arontius has been indispensable to us behind the scenes because that's where he excels. He is not one to seek the spotlight. And not only has he been indispensable to us, but he has offered the same services to my sister. And we love you and thank you so much for your service. I love you so much. And I'm not done with you because Antir would not be Antir without you. This man has done so much in the exchequer role, event stewarding for June Faire, event stewarding so many crowns, or even like just being on the team for decades. And there aren't sufficient ways to say thank you, but we're going to try. Anyway, we are giving him an augmentation of arms, which is it's early and we're not quite there yet. I blame me. An augmentation is a really big deal. It doesn't happen very often, and this man more than deserves it. And my scribe made the black one. Made a really beautiful scroll that we're going to see in a minute that is very you. I kind of feel feel like I should go back there because I know where it is. But you have to delegate, right?
It just gives you more time to brag about it.
Yes. Well, I think most of you guys know, and there's a reason. His Majesty really wanted to be here, but we both thought it would be the best to give this to you in front of your people. We love you, and you really are like the backbone of Ontier.
I love you so much.
It's in the black case. Okay. I'm gonna call you back because I want people to see the scroll, but we're gonna move on because that's what I do. Love you. Sorry. Best laid plan.
I know it's early, but that was too quiet. For the latest recipient of the throne's favor, an augmentation, and a Jambe de Leon, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Zanetta Zavada, come before Her Majesty!
You're welcome to stand or you can sit, whatever you're most comfortable with. Zanetta, it is my understanding that you moved here from Aitenveld during COVID and that you jumped right in. You make beautiful Venetian clothing. You have helped out immensely at the baronial level, and we would like to welcome you to Ontier by recognizing your contributions.
For as much as we, Sven, King Ontier, and Rickon, Queen Ontier, have seen the works of Zanetta, we do greatly increase the artistry and honor of our land. Wishing to reward this, our servants, we therefore recognize them with this breath at Diluyan, and with it an award of arms. Additionally, do we command them to seek out suitable and unique heraldry so their mark may join the other nobles of Ontier. Done this by our hand and seal, the 18th day of June, Anno Societatis 57.
For those of you that don't know, the Griff is the art level AOA that, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the names, Morgan and Livia put into place. Thank you so much for everything, and I look forward to getting to know you better. So,
for Zanetta Zavada, a joyous noise! Arontius, please return to Her Majesty's courts.
So before you get to see it.
Oh, wow.
So for those of you that don't know, Arontius is a huge Tolkien fan. Yes. Oh my God. And this scroll might be written in Elven. Eden, the artist is Eden the Mad. Eden the Mad is fantastic. Yeah, this is, we love you. Yeah, so it is really beautiful, and you deserve. And your augmentation is a red crown of ghouls engorged on your wyvern. Wyvern, is that what that is? Griffin. Pithin, the Pithin. Yes. So, anyway, thank you.
A joyous noise for Arontius! Their Majesties invite the members of the Order of the Grey Goose to come into court.
Oh my goodness, God, this here. See, it makes me joyous.
Hi, Godric.
Godric brought his beard. So, well, I don't know. So we have a lot of business with you guys. A lot of people really outstanding. I would like to start with the A1. So there's somebody missing. Who is it?
Arqi, we need you up here.
Yes.
Sarah, would you like to speak first?
I'm Althea Filial Luzori, a member of the Order of the Pelican and currently Kingdom Earl Marshal, which is the capacity that I've known Arqi in for several years on the Marshalate team, probably a decade or more now. Arqi is consistently out there to volunteer. If he's in an event, he's coming up and saying, how can I help? What can I contribute? He's sharing his knowledge, his expertise, his time. Was out early this morning helping us get this warfield laid out in a way that was going to be safe for missile fire to happen. And in 2013, Dragon's Lair, with the staff that Stephen the Sinister showed earlier, Arqi was the recipient of that staff here in Dragon's Lair. So I am greatly pleased to hear that the Order of the Grey Goose Chef is considering him today.
Again, I'm Stephen the Sinister. I have worked quite closely with Arqi out on the field with his engines. Arqi has helped to slay the unicorn that is the senior siege marshal. Without him, we would still be a fledgling organization.
Arqi is not only known within the SCA, he is known internationally for his research on a triple bow ballista from China. He has also, in his spare time, put together a target siege program that is currently working its way through society as a trial so that it can happen everywhere else. This guy kind of rocks.
We've been trying to catch up with you since January, so. Do you need to be released from anyone?
I do, Your Majesty. I am Arqi to my good friend, Ariane.
All right, please take care of business.
Our relationship is a relationship of friendship. I refuse to release him from this friendship.
Excellent.
Attend all gentles under whom those present shall come. Arqi, by devotion to the art of archery, has served our kingdom of Antir right well, and we, being highly pleased with their great skill, do now exercise our sovereign prerogative and command their name to be entered into the roll of the Order of the Grey Goose Chef. Further, do we grant unto them the right to display arms, the right to a crest, and also the right to show ribbon and pendant therefrom, the badge of the order. Check the oar in argent, a goose within 4 arrows lying is on a massive sable.
I don't know which one's yours. Sorry, that must be a big letdown because that's amazing.
This is some of that grace.
Is there a history about the bracer?
I made the bracer for Arqi with his arms on it.
And would somebody who knows how to do this help me?
You should take one off first.
Yeah, you should release that.
Just loop around. I can figure it out.
My friend, I return this to your keeping. Embrace our friendship.
Wear this bracer as a symbol of your skill and rank and a token of our esteem.
Is there a medallion?
I have the medallion.
Yeah.
Does the medallion have a lineage?
It's new.
It's new. You are going to give this a very esteemed lineage, I am sure. go now and be a member of the order. We have more business, so.
Member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft. Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
All right. So we have so much business that, you know, we get confused of what goes to what. So this order is missing yet another.
We are, Your Majesty.
Must be mine.
It must be yours.
Bjorn!
I don't know. I wasn't consulted in this.
You're just the new guy.
I get it.
Do you need to be released?
I do, Your Majesty.
Only of the bracer. He is
And
still my friend.
I am in fealty to their excellencies of Aquaterra as their herald.
We would release you to Her Majesty's tender care.
Perfect. So,
Does that feel better?
is there anybody who would speak for him?
I guess that's me. When I first met him, I asked him, does he owe anybody fealty? And he said, no. And then I got chewed out by the Baron and Baroness of Block the North. Not this pair,
Okay.
a different one, because he owed family fealty and didn't ask them first. But last week he shot 100 through 100
Wow.
for his first time in 2 years.
Axes?
Axes and spear.
And nice.
Nice.
Now you know why that's good. And his Arcarius, his fellow Arcarius, maybe four. In fact, they demanded that they be allowed to make it. They
That's
are
the
both
best kind of love.
scribes for the king. So I have a bracer that was used by me for a long time, and it's been cut down so it'll fit.
Cut down?
Yeah. Mine was a little bit big.
Say, I don't know. He's pretty.
Yeah, well, this
Me,
also
Thorne.
has some inside padding. He's also doing archery.
Well, wear this bracer as a symbol of your skill and as a token of ours.
Attend all gentles unto whom these presents shall come. Bjorn, by devotion to the art of archery, has served our kingdom of Antir right well, and we, being highly pleased with their great skill, do now exercise our sovereign prerogative and command their name to be entered into the roll of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft. Further do we here grant unto them the right to display arms and a crest. We also give them the right to show ribbon and pendant therefrom the badge of the order. Checky, or and argent, a goose, within 4 arrows lying as on a massel sable.
So that's the most amazing scroll. You are very well loved. Okay. So this is actually the words to your scroll for you to keep. And then this is the token.
It's
Nope.
a new one.
It's new as well. I'm sure you will give it an esteemed lineage.
Welcome, brother.
For Bjorn, the newest member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft. Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hey, welcome, new guy.
And we have one more.
Bjorn? That's you.
Yeah. It's another Bjorn.
We got two
Bjorn again?
Oh, that was bad.
That was just a goose. Wild.
Is there somebody who will speak for this candidate?
Bjorn's been my student for many years, and he's known for his skill with a crossbow, both on the target range and the warfield. although gopher holes are his true weakness.
They're only the size of horses, but hey.
He's done much to promote the that archery in Glimmer's Baron, both at the practice and at events. So I'm so happy you can join us today. You need help with that?
People will talk. Have to undress in court?
It's not the worst that I've done in court.
All right, well, we're not going to test that.
Well, he is a former bear.
As I said, it's not the worst that I've done in court.
While he's doing that, I would speak for him. Okay.
All right. I'll release you from my service. Congratulations.
We're still friends.
We are friends.
You've heard about his prowess on the field. I would like to speak of his personal qualities. Bjorn is a good man. He's a kind man. He is a family man. He is a loving man. He is everything that people should aspire to. Welcome to the order, my friend.
Is there a history behind this, besides what I'm speaking? All right, so Ulrich Greybeard of the Shire of Glenduffin, now Barony, made these man braces in AS 34. So this one is not an easy one, so I'm just going to kind of hopefully make this worse than it is. Please wear that bracer as a symbol of your skill and a token of ours. Is this also new? Awesome.
Attend all gentles unto whom these present shall come. Bjorn again, by devotion to the art of archery, has served our kingdom of Antir right well, and we, being highly pleased with their great skill, do now exercise our sovereign prerogative and command their name to be entered into the roll of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft.
It's so wonderful to see archery thriving so well. We have an extensive roving court later, and a lot of it is on the archery field. So thank you all for your mentorship, guidance, leadership, and community building in the archery community.
Thank you.
For the newest members of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft, a joyous noise!
You have my leave to depart.
Thank you.
William Ravenswind, come now before Her Majesty.
Not here? Okay. It's from where? She's coming up. Okay. Dees is on it.
On it.
So William's from Glimmer, and Deesa and Alistair have been really, really wonderful in letting the crown know who needs recognition. And William is one of those people. He helps out everywhere. He sets up, takes down, but he especially shines in the kitchen. So William, I know you're not here, but we thank you for your contributions on both the baronial and the kingdom level. And please keep doing what you're doing, and I look forward to actually meeting you in person.
William Ravenswind, whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts you have considerably enriched our kingdom, it is thus our pleasure to present you with an award of arms. From this day forward, you have the rights and responsibilities of this rank, and we charge you to consult with our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms. Done this day, the 18th of June, Anno Societatis 57, being 2022 Gregorian. Sven, King Antir. Rifkin, Queen Antir. For the newest recipient of the Award of Arms. A joyous noise. Sheri Gliddon, come before Her Majesty.
Is Sheri here? Nope. All right, that's Disa again. So Sheri is from, is it a shire called Calderfort?
The Canton.
Canton of Calderfort. Only been playing about 3 years. Super good exchequer. Does really great publication and publicization of events. And she's always there to step up and do what's needed. So we would like to recognize her for her service.
We have found the deeds of service done by our subject Sheri Gliddon to be of merit. Accordingly, we present unto them this Sanguine Thorne and with it an award of arms. Additionally, do we command them to seek out suitable and unique heraldry. Done this 18th of June, Anna Societatis 57, Sven, King on tier, Ripken, Queen on tier.
And for those of you that don't know, the Sanguine Thorne is the new AOA Service Award. So let's give her a joyous noise. So that I know the next person's not here. We have been very busy this reign recognizing people with awards. And that takes a huge amount of work on a scribal level, just painting the charters. And we have a great person in Ludwiga, but Ludwiga would not be able to do what she does without Penelope Violette. Penny is also a lot like Arontius. She is somebody who contributes in the shadows, and she contributes every day, all of herself. So we would like to recognize Penny with a court barony. Yeah.
Hear now the words of the crown. Take heed, all people of the known world, that we, Sven and Ripken, crown of Antir, do take unto ourselves our prerogative to honor those of our subjects who have pleased us with the title and estate of Baroness. Henceforth, let it be known that Penelope Violette does now hold the title of Baroness of the Court of Antir, with all the rights and privileges of the rank. By our hand and seal this 18th of June, 2022. Sven, King Antir, Ripken, Queen Antir.
So I just want to reiterate that Penny hasn't just done this for our reign. Penny has been doing this for decades. And this court barony is really long overdue, Penny. I want you to know that we see you, even though you lurk in the background, and you are so, so appreciated. We'd also like to give you a forget-me-not, which I'll just stick in the bag for you, and the bag will come home. And this is so beautiful. Her Grace Karin made this. I hope you enjoy it, and if you don't like it, you know where to send it.
For Baroness Penelope Violette, a joyous noise! Haldora, come before Her Majesty.
All right. See, you put out names and people still don't show up, but it's all right. Haldora, we would like to recognize as a valued member of the SCA, has not been playing all that long, but has really just stepped up and jumped in. She's super positive. It's a woman, right? Really good at setup and tear down, contributes to largesse. So we would like to recognize her and welcome her to our community that is the kingdom.
Haldora, whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts you have considerably enriched our kingdom, it is thus our pleasure to present you with an award of arms. From this day forward, you have the rights and responsibilities of this rank, and we charge you to consult with our heralds. By our hand, this 18th of June, Anno Societatis 22. Sven, King of Antir, Ripken, Queen Antir.
So I'm sorry, I guess Haldora got sick. Haldora, thank you so much.
For the newest recipient of the Award of Arms, Haldora, a joyous noise! Snorri Bjornsson, come before Her Majesty.
That's Disa again. So I'm going to just talk about Snorri real quick. He's a fixture in the Barony of Glimmere. He's part of a singing ensemble. When they lost their location for their baronial meeting, he stepped in and found them a location. He's a fixture on the archery range, mentors people, make sure that it happens. So we would like to recognize him for his service.
Let it be proclaimed to all the known world that we, Sven, king by right of arms and Ripken by inspiration and grace, queen, well pleased with the efforts and service of our subject Snorri Bjornsson, do here admit them into the right honorable order of the Goose de Song. Woo! For Snorri Bjornsson. Hip, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Kjartan Swiftaxe, come before Her Majesty.
So Kjartan, this is an award that is way overdue. And when I read the recommendations, I was a little embarrassed that you have not been seen yet. This man is pivotal in setup and teardown, but what he really excels at is helping in times of crisis. He has gone out of his way to get hay bales, to get cars stuck out of the mud. A long time ago, when there was a tournament that the cottonwood was in full bloom, it caught on fire, and he led a water brigade to put it out. Thank you for everything that you do. We treasure you, we value you, and we would like to recognize you for all that you have contributed to the kingdom.
Kjartan Swiftaxe, whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts, you have considerably enriched our kingdom. It is thus our pleasure to present you with an award of arms. From this day forward, you have the rights and responsibilities of this rank, and we charge you to consult with our heralds to determine suitable and unique arms. For Kjartan Swiftaxe, a joyous noise! Mikkel of Morgan, please come before Her Majesty.
All right, it's Blothennor's turn. So, Mikkel is the kind of person who helps out wherever he can. He is also fantastic in the kitchen, and we would like to recognize him for his service. And he's also volunteered as herald, which I appreciate very much.
Let it be proclaimed to all the known world that we, Sven, king by right of arms, and Ripken by inspiration and grace, queen, well pleased with the efforts and service of our subject Mikkel, do here admit them into the right honorable order of the Goose de Song.
No, this crowd is on it. It's kind of quiet though. Well, I appreciate the quiet. They're keyed in. All right, I have one left. So
Hans Dalheim, called Moose, come before Her Majesty.
Yes.
So Moose, you have also been overlooked. You've been playing for at least 6 years, right? Maybe more than that. You help out in every way. You have an infectious laugh. Also, great in the kitchen. Does retinue all the time. We would like to recognize you for your service.
Moose, Whereas it has come to our notice that through diverse great efforts, you have considerably enriched our kingdom. It is thus our pleasure to present you with an award of arms. Done this 18th of June, and a Societatis 22.
Thank you so much for everything that you do and contribute to both the local level and the kingdom level. We love that you're part of our community. Thank you.
For Moose, a joyous noise!
It's all right.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's pride, not physical. Right?
For Moose, a joyous noise!
So I just want to reiterate, thank you guys all so much for coming out for an early morning court. I know we have a lot of business. Our roving court is going to be extensive. And if you're in our roving court, please don't take that as a slight. It's intended to recognize people within their sub-communities so that their people can be around and to be intimate and to keep evening court to a minimum since we have so many peerages today. So everybody is special and all of the recognitions are very well deserved. And I look forward to spending most of my day trying to find you all. So, thank you all. I hope you all have a great day today. I just want to plug really quick Ontario West War. It's in a couple weeks down on the Oregon coast, June 30th through July 4th. We're going to have a toga party. There's going to be a rose tournament. There's going to be a rose tea. And the rose tea will be open to everyone, not just members of the Order of the Rose and the Valorous Estate. We would really like to build community and get people to know one another. And then there's all the other things that are at war. It's a wonderful time. I encourage you to come.
Thus suspends Her Majesty's court. You have her leave to go about your day and enjoy yourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying.
I have to go to Central Market and buy food.
It was about 5 degrees cooler. Actually, I would begin.
I did.
Yeah. Cool-ish and not sunny. I like. Yes. Yeah. I prefer not to stay like this. Not.
Right there. Pearls.
Don't forget to take the Ontier through the ANS area or go watch part of the commedia performance today.
What time is that?
That, I believe, is at the... I just blanked it. I think it's 1 to 2. I think it's on the schedule, but because it's on the Bardic stage, so it's in between, and all of the ANS other stuff is there. But because Myri is the director, and she translated and condensed this down, so they are doing a brand new performance. So it's not just a repeat of 12th Night. It is a new performance with new pieces and people playing parts.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to answer this.
Your team told me to come, so I did. Here I am. Hi.